This series is presented by Solo Hunter brand rifle covers, your gun's best protection against the elements. Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm in my office just getting ready to get my last minute camera equipment and send out some last minute emails and just make sure everything's ready to go for my trip to Alaska. I'll be gone for 16 days. Just trying to get all the last minute preparations done and everything before I go. And I just heard a beep, I don't know what the, oh, my Garmin, my GoPro, my GPS. I just was up all night last night downloading maps and setting waypoints and everything. This morning I'm sitting here getting everything ready and my wife calls and she's never awake at this time in the morning, but she has to tell me that she's been getting these bad thoughts and that she thinks that something's going to happen to me on the 4th day of the trip. It's now been almost 2 years since I started planning an unguided moose hunting trip to Alaska. And when applying for the limited draw to hunt in this remote part of the state, I knew that the odds of drawing were against me. But fortunately for me, the tag gods were not. Had my first little adventure of the trip. Had my tags, but for some reason I didn't have my hunting license in my packet. After my 2-hour flight north of Fairbanks, I'm jumping on a small flat-bottom fishing boat from one of the local villages and traveling upriver about 70 miles until I can reach my legal hunting area. Drove upriver about 50-60 miles and now just taking pictures and enjoying the beauty. But the sun's gonna go down here pretty quick, so found a nice little flat spot to set up camp, so find somewhere to hang our food stash and get settled a little bit. Beautiful cold evening here in Alaska. You know, stuff like this right here is just the reminder of why we do this, and really the reminder of what makes trips like this special. Beautiful. Didn't get any better than that right there. Even with the smudged lens, that's got to look good. Hard to keep my lens dry, even with a big smudge in the middle. It's got to look good. Woke up this morning and it's frosty and cold. Beavers are hard at work. I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm in a cluster this morning. Got my gear all over. Starting to feel a little bit sick, so I don't know. It's nice and crisp, perfect morning for hunting. Well, we go for a little boat ride. Kind of explore a little bit more area. Gonna head a little closer towards that mountain. This part of Alaska is as remote as it gets. Even though it might not appear to be as treacherous as the southern Alaskan mountain ranges might be, it still holds plenty of dangers, and there are 1,000 things that could possibly go wrong. I am definitely a bit slow at times, no doubt, but I'm not entirely stupid. With me on this hunt is good friend Ted Ramirez of Caribou Gear, makers of the best reusable big game bags. He too has a moose tag, and we will be watching each other's back to make sure that no hungry grizzlies keep us from coming home. Well, it doesn't get much prettier than this. I mean, I just took about a dozen photos and it's just beautiful. It's wide open, so I'm gonna sit here and call for a little bit. Hopefully get something to respond, you know. It's so calm, we should be able to hear them from a long ways away. We'll see, I don't know. These are self-documented hunting adventures with no production crews. We hunt in very remote locations,
and often dangerous situations. We are solo hunters.
Just something about this kind of weather and this kind of experience, just this kind of brutality, it makes you feel like a man.
My favorite backpacking food is dead animal.
Make you think twice about stepping out of the tent to take a leak in the middle of the night, that's for sure.
Filming myself and trying to shoot stuff just frustrates me. It makes you feel like you're a horrible hunter. It's not the case. You're just a horrible cameraman.
Solo Hunters is brought to you by Muzzy Broadheads, Carbon Express, Gorilla Gear, Outdoor Edge and Vortex Optics, Prime by G5, and Campbell Cameras. Relive your adventure. Closed captioning provided by Trophy Taker Fallaway Arrow Rests, leading the way on the line and in the field. Solo Hunters is brought to you by Prime Bows from G5, where accuracy is everything.
Fall in the water. There's just nowhere to put anything. You're standing on this grass berm. Can't put my bow down or anything. Got my GoPro tucked in my... Come up here. Feet up out of the water. Oh, this is bad. We'll see what happens now.
Oh.
This bull was a little bit too small to be considered legal for a non-resident hunter, so for at least another couple of years, he gets a pass.
Behind the Lens is brought to you by Campbell Cameras. Relive your adventure.
There are hundreds of tips and techniques that I could give you on filming, but in my opinion, one of the most important is your framing. Good basic rule to apply is the 1/3 ratio. Most cameras have an internal grid view option, and I suggest that you give it a try. This is easily accomplished by a simple setting in your camera. When I'm filming myself, for instance, once I establish what I want for the background, I'll take the bridge of my nose and the center of my eyes and I'll put those right on the grid. This rule by no means is hard and fast, but it will dramatically improve the look of your shot. This segment of Solo Hunters is brought to you by Carbon Express. Shoot better. Solo Hunters is brought to you by PhoneScope, digiscoping accessories for your smartphones. Having that young bull to within bow range had me feeling pretty darn good about my chances, but after spending a few more days and seeing nothing, I'm beginning to wonder.
You know, those thoughts are always in your head that regardless of what I see or what animals, is this going to be, you know, a trip that it's not used for television, or is this going to be where you go home empty-handed? And like I said before, to me it really doesn't matter. I'm going to hunt hard and I'm going to do my best to come home with an animal and to get good footage of the wildlife that we love. But I love the wild too. I love the wilderness. I love wild places, and you know, my goal with Solo Hunters is to show you the best hunting that I can possibly produce. You know, the best footage that I can do on my own, the best, most extreme adventure that I can put myself through, and also to kill an animal. You know, a lot of things to worry about and consider on the production side. The hunting side is really pretty easy. You know, you focus on finding an animal, you focus on putting yourself in a position and trying to get him killed. So you combine the two like we do with Solo Hunters and put yourself in a position to kill as well as to film. It's a difficult task.
Once again, another morning waking up to the rain. So this is the 10th day into the hunt. And out of those 10 days, I've had a day and a half, maybe a day and a half of no rain. Turns out that's when all the moose action was. So we'll see what happens today. Maybe get a break of weather this afternoon or tomorrow, hopefully. So crawl out of bed here in a little bit and do some calling, some raking, breaking, eat some breakfast. Now I don't mind hunting in the rain. In fact, I almost prefer it to any other kind of weather. But not when I have my precious cameras involved. A little rain shower every now and then is nothing really to contend with, but over the last 6 days I've had nothing but a constant slogging drizzle. One thing that I always have to keep constantly in the back of my head is the fact that I am deep in the bush of Alaska, and at any minute a grizzly could jump out of the alders and have his way with me. And the other is the fact that a 60-inch moose has the ability to appear out of nowhere. As I was starting to pack up all my gear to go call another spot, this bull popped out on the other side of the river. I quick grabbed my rifle, got my camera all set, and steadied myself for an easy shot.
Oh, safety.
Easy shot, that is, if you don't forget to click off the safety. The only chance I have now is to jump on the boat and drift down the river to see if I can catch up to it.
this audio is going to suck. I just wanted to catch it real. I'm in it. I hope I didn't have anything invaluable in my pockets. Oh man. Oh damn. Oh damn.
Solo Magnified is brought to you by Vortex, the force of optics.
The key to successful glassing is to be comfortable. If you aren't comfortable, your glassing is going to be sporadic, you're going to shotgun glass, and you aren't going to be as steady either. You need to be able to find a spot where you can sit for a long period of time. I like to have as much supported as I can. Almost make like a chair where your back's supported either with your pack or with a rock, where you can put your elbows on your knees and then even grab the brim of your hat for added stability. The more comfortable you are, the more effective you're going to be glassing.
This segment of Solo Hunters is brought to you by Big Green Targets. Go big, go green. For more information on all of our Solo Hunter brand products, social and digital media, or to book a hunt in one of Remy Warren's guided hunting destinations, contact us at solohunterstv.com. Solo Hunters is brought to you by Adventure Medical Kits and Survive Outdoors Longer. Expect the unexpected. This is where things might get a little bit crazy. I'm so jacked up right now that all common sense has been thrown out the window. I can't tell you what exactly is going on in my mind. What I can tell you is that I'm getting this bad boy out of these willows and onto dry land, even if I have to take him down one piece at a time.
All right, Bubba. Yeah! We got him now. This is how Solo Hunter drags a moose. Yeah, we don't need no stinking boat. Just to get this quick, because this is the worst weather day we've had. The wind is ripping, the rain's spitting. Moose is in the water, so I'm gonna keep this part of it quick. You know, there's no sense glamorizing what it is. I don't know, some people might say hunting is glamorous. I wouldn't say that it's glamorous. You know, some of us do tend to make hunting look better than others, but for the most part it is what it is. So here it is. I'm going to give you a quick shot. If I can beat my battery light. My battery light's flashing. So we'll see if I can beat it. Gonna do a little gold panning. Oh, he's filled up with sand. That's about all you're going to get for now, folks. People, my pants are full of water. When I first jumped in the water, man, it was feeling frigid. It's feeling pretty good about now. I needed a bath today, but just a beast. Drug him, had so much adrenaline. After putting him down, the boat couldn't get him out of the willows. I was like, oh, I'll get him out of the willows. So I jumped in, gave him the old heave, got him into the river. Man, I'm just so pumped. Just amazing. I mean, I know I'm freezing, and I know it's windy. I got a crap load of work to do right now, but I just thank God for being able to be up here and experience this. There's just something about this kind of weather and this kind of experience, and just this kind of brutality that makes you feel like a man. And I'm a very grateful man.
You know, a lot of people have dreams come true all the time. Some people think that I live a dream. And I do. I live a dream. But it's all God-given. I've just spent 14 days battling Alaska. And all total, I saw 3 moose on 2 different days. Not exactly what I was expecting from this part of the wild. But I am no way complaining about this trip of a lifetime. If given the opportunity, would I do it all again? You bet. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to see a few more moose. Now hopefully I can muster up a little bit of dignity and go home with just a smidgen of what sanity I might have left.
My beard's getting itchy. Can't wait to get home and take this sucker off. But I don't know. My wife might like it. Kind of thinking not, but it's almost the point now where I'm starting to look like a man rather than a kid.
The Solo After Show is brought to you by Outdoor Edge, quality knives and tools for the big game hunter. Can't seem to get enough solo hunters? Now you can get extended behind-the-scenes access into the show. You'll find additional video clips from our fans, as well as a look into some of our exclusive tips and outtakes that we couldn't fit into the show. All this and more at solohunterstv.com.